Welcome to our space of hope and inspiration, where faith is ignited and the Word of God meets us right where we are. Thank you for being here and for allowing us to walk with you. In life, there are moments that mark a before and after. Moments where a single word, an unexpected encounter, or a difficult conversation has the power to change the course of everything that follows. The verse we read in 2 Samuel 12:1 is one of those moments. The text says that the Lord sent Nathan to David. And here, in these few words, an ocean of meaning is already hidden. David was the king of Israel. He had power, authority, fame, wealth, and respect. He could decide someone's life or death with a single command. And yet, God did not leave him alone with his decisions. When David strayed, when he took the wrong path, God sent Nathan. This teaches us something powerful. God never abandons us. Even if we sin, even if we make mistakes, even if we want to hide what we did, He will always find a way to reach us. Sometimes He does it through a person who speaks to us with courage. Sometimes He does it with a word at an unexpected moment. Sometimes with a circumstance that shakes us to our core. But always, He sends someone or something to remind us that we cannot run from His love or His truth. Imagine for a moment what it meant for Nathan to go see the king. He wasn't just any citizen. He wasn't a trusted friend with whom he could joke. He was the king, and speaking against the king could cost him his life. Yet Nathan obeys. He obeys because he knows that his mission doesn't depend on him, but on the one who sent him. This is a challenge for us. Do we have the courage to speak when we know that someone needs to hear the truth? Many times, we remain silent out of fear. For comfort, for fear of losing someone's friendship or good opinion. But Nathan reminds us that the truth, spoken with love, can save a life. Here's a fascinating detail. Nathan doesn't arrive pointing a finger. He doesn't say directly, "David, you've sinned." Instead, it begins with a story. "Tell me how you judge this case. In a certain town, there were two men, one rich and the other poor." Nathan knows that the direct truth sometimes raises walls of defense. But a story, a parable, opens doors in the heart. The story allows the person to lower their guard, reflect, and connect emotionally. And this teaches us a principle of communication. How we say things matters as much as what we say. It's not about softening the truth, but about presenting it in a way that can be received. The beginning of the parable is not accidental. Nathan speaks of two men, one rich and one poor. This contrast immediately captures attention. We all instinctively understand what it means to have much and what it means to have almost nothing. The rich man and the poor man are not just characters in the story. They represent realities that transcend all times. Inequality, injustice, power versus vulnerability. And from the very beginning, Nathan strikes a chord with David, because even as king, he was once a shepherd, a humble young man, the youngest of his brothers. He knew what it was like to stand with the downtrodden. Think about this. Of all the ways God could have confronted David, He chose a simple parable. Two men, a rich man and a poor man. Nothing spectacular, nothing embellished. A story that could have happened in any village. This shows that God's profound message is often communicated in simplicity. You don't need elaborate words, complicated speeches, or grandiose scenes. Something simple, relatable, human is enough. And there, in the everyday, God reveals the eternal. Nathan frames the story as a judgment. Tell me how you judge this case. This is key because he doesn't impose a conclusion on David. He invites him to step into the judge's shoes, to evaluate, to reflect. And here lies the power. When you pass judgment, what you say reveals what's in your heart. Sometimes God places stories, situations, or people before us that act as mirrors. When we judge others, when we express our opinions about someone else's situation, we unknowingly reveal what we think about ourselves. It's as if God were saying to us, "Okay, tell me what you think about this situation." And in your answer, you'll see your own life reflected. This verse remains relevant today. We are all, at some point, like David. We need someone to speak to us with love, to tell us a story, to hold up a mirror to us. And at other times, we are like Nathan, called to speak, to confront, to help someone see what they don't want to see. The question is, what role are you playing now? Are you the one who needs to listen because there are things in your life you've tried to hide? Or are you the one who needs to speak because you know your silence is allowing someone you love to become more lost in their mistakes? In a single line, this verse reveals 3 heart-piercing truths. God always sends someone when we stray. It takes courage to obey and speak the truth. And truth communicated with love, even in a simple story, has the power to open the eyes of the soul. Nathan's voice lives on today. The story of 2 men, one rich and one poor, continues to resonate because in it, God reminds us that His desire is not to condemn us, but to lead us back to the path of life. If this message touched your heart, like, it help others find it. Subscribe to Gokrip, a truth that not only inspires but transforms. Leave your prayer in the comments. We are praying for you. You are not alone.